It felt terrible seeing Warren Sapp have his rights violated. The power-hungry sheriffs broke legal protocol and acted out of pure emotion. To make things worse, he was arrested by a field training officer who is supposed to be an example to other deputies.
Somebody don't know their oath to the Constitution and haven't even thought about it, doesn't even know anything about the law, and they put a field training officer on him. So he's teaching the other cops? That's what really bugged me in this thing. Like, come on, this is your field training officer, and he's telling my people, if you don't give me your name, that's obstruction, you go to jail. Really?
His name is Devin Sattalante, and he needs to be stripped from duty immediately. Devin entered the police academy on April 6, 2015, when he was 22 years old. As you can see by his tweets, he was very excited to begin his new career. He graduated on September 30, 2015, and was assigned to the Road Patrol Division. Devin is currently 32 years old and lived in Milton, New York before moving to Florida. On social media, he seems like a loving family man to his wife, but at work he's unhinged and can't be trusted. He was originally called to the scene as backup to assist Deputy Kayla Kanarick. Devin was never part of the original traffic stop and escalated the situation when he arrived. He was aggressive and became offended when Warren questioned the ticket that was given.
It was a physical action.
No, it's not either.
Obstruction is a physical action.
If you don't give me your name,
not freedom of speech. You know, that's constitutionally protected, right? Yeah, that's right. What's your name, badge number? 588.
If you don't give me your name during the investigation, that's obstruction.
What's your name? What's your name and badge number?
Coon Fair, 734.
Coon Fair,
All right,
734.
Yeah.
Detain for what?
I'll take that.
Detain for
The universal thing that I've heard my whole life. You want to go to jail to the black guy. Like, what do you mean do I want to go to jail? I'm standing here talking to you about a ticket that you've written. As a public servant, you shouldn't have any problem with discussing what you've done. If there's no investigation, you shot the ticket with your radar gun, you have the speed, right? The ticket is over. I was barefooted at the time. He took me to jail without shoes on. I'm barefooted. I definitely, and I haven't done anything. What exactly have I done other than look at the ticket and see it's 63 over 35 and not 70? How does a cop do no investigation? There's no de-escalation, just grab somebody and then I found out. I found out.
In his report, Devin falsely said Warren was asked to leave the scene before he was arrested. He also said Warren became verbally aggressive and was obstructing their traffic stop. As they were detaining him, Devin said Warren resisted and wouldn't enter the patrol car.
That's a physical act, right? Obstructing is a physical act. I'm talking to two other officers. I don't have to answer you. I'm not getting in that car. I'm not getting in that car. Why am I getting in that car?
Stop resisting. Get back!
That's all I want to know. Where's the
Sit
supervisor?
down!
Can I get a supervisor?
Sit down!
Can I get a supervisor?
Sit down!
That's you?
You have anything in your pockets?
I don't search. I don't consent to any searches.
Well, you are detained.
I am being detained for what? Where's the supervisor? Please?
Stand up.
Please? No, I'm good, right? You told me to sit. You told me to sit, I'm going to sit.
Stand up.
You told me to sit, I'm going to sit.
Stand up.
Can you get a supervisor, please?
Stand up.
Can I get a supervisor, please?
Stand up.
Can I get a supervisor, please?
Hey, Sanchez.
Can I get a supervisor, please?
Get
Can I get a supervisor, please?
Stand up.
Brother, I don't consent to any searches.
You are detained.
For what?
Devin knew Warren was innocent, yet still arrested him to make a statement. Deputy Kayla Kanarick knew this had gone too far, but was too prideful to release him. She muted her body camera multiple times throughout the stop in order to cover her tracks.
I asked him for his name because he's arguing with me already.
What's he driving?
I don't know.
He came with the guy in the white hat, I believe, right there. But I was issuing this guy a citation, and he wanted to argue, as I said...
Obstruction, definitely. Yep.
The bald officer is Road Patrol Supervisor Sergeant Ellis. When he arrived on scene, he never came to speak with Warren despite his multiple requests. By law, the supervisor is required to speak with the detainee if he's available at the site.
Ellis! Sergeant! Or whoever. Do you want to speak to a supervisor? Do you want to speak to him or not?
I have to be, yeah, you're supervisor.
Okay. Ellis, Sarge.
You guys got what I've got?
Well, I know, but he wants to speak to you unless you want me to just take him. Sarge. No? Cool, you're just going to walk away and ignore me?
It's okay. Let's just
Take him?
Take him. You can talk to someone in jail.
All right. I was instructed to take you.
Hold on, man. You gotta speak to the supervisor.
I'm instructed to take you.
Hold on. Y'all not gonna let me speak to the supervisor?
I am instructed to take
You're not gonna
you.
let me speak to the supervisor.
696.
No, you're not gonna let me speak to the supervisor.
I've just tried.
He's not.
Okay, I was told.
And he said what?
I was told to take
He said
you.
what?
I
No.
was told to take
And he
you.
said what?
You already
What-
spoke
what
to
is
that
my
guy.
charge?
Okay.
What is my charge? What is my charge? Please.
696 SO 11015 male. 51 to the jail. Getting mileage.
Oh my goodness. I love
Getting
this.
mileage.
You clearly just saw Sergeant Ellis ignore Warren's request to speak with him. Deputy Kanarick knew this was illegal and tried to take the pressure off herself when she took Warren to jail.
But listen, while I'm sitting at this red light, I'm gonna read. Hey, are you okay?
I don't have a lot of room.
I'm sorry, it's very tight back there. I
I don't
understand.
have a lot of room back there, man.
Listen, you have the right to remain silent.
What is my charge? What am I being arrested for?
Obstruction, that's resisting. But I'm not the arresting officer.
You're
Hold
saying
on, understand.
obstruction is resisting.
Can I explain while we're on body camera? Everything's on body camera.
I'm just asking.
Okay,
That ain't making sense to me. I'm being arrested.
Listen, I'm just the transporting officer. Let me read you your rights before I say anything.
Obstruction.
You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used as evidence against you in court. You have the right to call or obtain an attorney at this time or have one present now or any time during questioning. If you cannot afford to hire an attorney, the court will appoint one for you without cost. If you decide to answer questions now, you have the right to stop answering at any time during questioning. Do you understand these rights?
Yes.
Okay. Can I talk to you or do you not want to talk to me?
Enjoy yourself. What would you like
Okay,
to do, man?
what is your name? You don't have to tell me. I don't care. I'm just asking. I read you your Miranda rights. I want to know who I'm speaking to.
Good citizen.
A good citizen.
That
Okay,
hadn't
good.
broken- That hadn't broken the law.
Okay, good citizen.
Yeah, they hadn't broken the law.
I'm going to explain to you right now. The arresting officer is coming to the jail with me.
Baby, I just asked to speak to a supervisor.
Okay,
right
and I
there.
understand, and
we could have avoided all of this because only thing he had to do was tell that supervisor what he had me
Absolutely,
for,
and he
he
did.
could have took the cuffs off of me and
Okay.
let me go.
Okay, well, he spoke to the
I got it.
supervisor. Okay, absolutely.
You was right there listening to it?
He was face to face with the officer, with the supervisor,
No,
and it's
were
on
you
his
there?
body camera.
Were you there?
The arresting officer told me to take you.
So not the supervisor. So the supervisor didn't tell you to take me?
The supervisor spoke to the arresting officer, who told me to go. I am transporting you, whether you want him.
She kept trying to save herself on camera, despite muting it multiple times to get her story together. Sergeant Ellis didn't plan on meeting with Warren until he found out who he was. After almost 2 hours of Warren sitting in jail, he finally arrived to speak with him.
Yes, sir.
Camera?
Yes, sir. It's being recorded.
Oh, I was just making sure.
My name's Sergeant Ellis. I'm the road patrol supervisor. You want to speak to the supervisor?
I was wondering, you was outside the gas station when they drove away, right?
Yes.
How come we didn't have a conversation yet?
Because you were already in the back of a patrol car and we needed to get you out of there as quick as possible.
And that's what we came up with?
That's what happened.
Okay.
Whenever there's a situation like that, we try to clear the area as quick as possible.
Because
Because there's a large group of people there and it could turn dangerous
they was peaceful. We were peacefully assembled.
at that point.
Well, your officer had been there for 15 minutes writing a ticket.
Well, the officer was screaming for backup too, so we went.
I got that part, so now, with my situation,
You asked to speak to the supervisor, so I'm here. What
So
would you,
I'm asking,
what
so
would you
now-
like to know?
what am I here for?
You're being arrested for obstruction.
That's a physical act, right?
No, it's impeding an investigation. It could be physical. It could be refusing to leave. It could be continue to interject yourself into an investigation that's being done on a separate situation.
Wasn't an investigation, it was a ticket being written, right?
It was a traffic investigation.
So after you hand the person the ticket, the traffic stop is effectively over?
Well, the deputy was still talking.
No, I was asking, after you hand the ticket to the man, the is effectively over? The stop is over?
It depends.
I'm asking.
If the ticket is being explained to the individual who has the physical ticket in his hands, then no, it's not going to be.
So the explaining would be coming over the top of the hill at 45 and it drops to 35, whatever else?
tickets in his hand, he's folding it up to stop it over?
Whatever the explanation is.
No, I'm just asking.
I'm telling you.
Why he's folding it up? Is it stop?
Mr. Sapp, I'm not going to argue with you.
Oh, no,
You'll
definitely not gonna argue with you.
You'll
I'm just asking.
have your day in court. I understand that. So.
Oh, no, because I just had my rights violated. Your officer said to me, do you want to go to jail? First thing he said out of his mouth to me. I said, excuse me? What's your name? So I laughed. Because I do have a right to remain silent, right? I have the right, Fourth and Fifth Amendment, right?
Yes, you absolutely have a right to remain silent. But you don't have the right to interject yourself into an investigation.
Interject myself?
Yeah, were you in the vehicle that had been stopped?
No, sir.
No. Okay. So what purpose were you in that traffic stop?
I wasn't in the traffic stop. The traffic stop was over.
The traffic stop was still being conducted.
The traffic stop was over. She hadn't handed him the ticket. The lady that was doing the stop was here. Eagle Man was here. There was another officer here. I was here. I said to the other officer that didn't arrest me, I said, how fast was he going? He said, I don't know. It's not my stop. I said, you know what? It's right. So I walked over and looked at the ticket because the lady said that he was doing double the speed limit. And I was like, that's pretty fast. I don't think he was going that fast just then. And he wasn't going double. So I just asked her, I was like, we just want you to be factual, man. You have the speed right there. There's no reason to say the man was going double when he wasn't. And that's when I got his attention. You shut up. I don't have a First Amendment. My First Amendment right is free speech and doesn't work in Okeechobee?
Yes, you have the right for freedom of speech. Once the ticket was explained to them and he leaves, that's when the traffic stop's over.
He wasn't in the traffic stop.
The guy that had the ticket in his hands.
No, the officer with me.
He was back up to the officer that was there conducting the traffic stop.
The traffic stop was over.
Okay. Well, I'm not going to argue semantics.
No, it ain't no semantics. I mean, his body cam was on and everything, right?
Correct.
That's all I need. All the officers that was there, body cam and all that good stuff. And
yeah, it'll all be in there. And,
1983 deprivation of rights, my first, my fourth, and my fifth.
Yes, sir. And you're more than willing.
And I really don't know how me and you couldn't have had this conversation with all those officers. You had the SWAT sergeant there too.
The SWAT sergeant? Mm-hmm. No.
Yes. That's who patted me down. Yeah, SWAT. 3 badges on his arm. 3 straps on his arm. Sergeant, he said, you have to speak to one of theirs because I'm not. I said,
oh, that was a city sergeant. That wasn't.
Yeah, that's what I said. It's another sergeant.
That wasn't SWAT.
He had SWAT on it. He had SWAT on this thing.
No. He might have been a member of a SWAT team, I don't know. But he wasn't the Okeechobee County Sheriff's Office.
So you are backing up what your officer did today?
I have yet to view the video of it. So.
I just told you what happened.
Okay. There's 2 sides to every story, sir.
No, then the camera. Then the camera.
And there was a bunch of cameras out there too.
Because when I got ready to start recording with my body cam, they snatched that.
Okay.
That'd be a bang violation, wouldn't it? Prior restraint, stop me from recording. Because there was no reason to put me in handcuffs. I hadn't done anything.
Well, I wasn't there at that time, so I don't know how you ended up.
No, I'm just standing there.
I don't know. All I know is
I watched the other 2 officers sitting there so peacefully calm. Say, really? You just gonna allow this to happen? I haven't done anything.
okay.
He asked me my name, and I don't have to tell him my name.
Sir, if you feel like your rights have been violated.
Oh no, it's going down. Don't worry about it. I heard you. I heard you. You didn't want to speak to me at the scene. Let him drive off without it. I go with
Listen, you can fill out a citizen complaint on the deputy if you choose to. And there'll be an internal investigation done on it.
Oh, yeah, you want to investigate yourself and find nothing wrong, just like you're doing right here in front of me now. It's fine. It's cool. We're going to see what the federal court got to say about it.
Okay. You have that right.
Oh, absolutely I do. Absolutely.
Any other questions I can ask or answer for you?
I'm glad you finally got around to having a conversation with somebody that was just unlawfully arrested.
Okay.
And the cop got back out and started yelling at you to come back, and you still didn't come.
What did I say that again?
The lady officer got back out and started yelling, Ellis.
Lady officer.
Yeah, the one that drove me here. That's who wrote the ticket. There's a lady officer. You don't even know that?
Yeah, I know who wrote you the ticket, but I didn't hear anything.
Right, me the ticket? I didn't get the ticket written.
I know the person.
I wasn't riding in the car, and they identified the passenger.
I know the person who wrote the ticket, but I don't know who was hollering for me to come talk to him.
The person that drove me here.
Yeah,
You didn't even look at it.
I didn't hear it.
You didn't even look at it.
There were so many people out there
You
going
didn't even
on.
look at it.
There was so many people going on.
You didn't even look at it.
No, I didn't.
Classic.
Okay. Anything else you need to know?
Oh, no, I'm good. You got your business card?
Sure.
Please. Thank you.
Okay. It shouldn't be much longer, by the way.
I shouldn't even live yet, Mr. Ellis, but I see Okeechobee needs a refresher course in the Constitution, and I'll bring it to you.
Okay.
I promise you I will.
All right.
I promise you.
You can put him back.
Who's your supervisor, Ellis?
What's that?
Who's your supervisor?
My supervisor?
The lieutenant, the LT?
Yeah, Lieutenant Lowe.
Is he around?
Yeah, he's working.
Could you give him a call? Give him a call for me, please?
Would you like to speak to him?
Yes, I would.
Okay. All right.
Sergeant Ellis knows he messed up by ignoring Warren at the scene. Instead of taking ownership of the situation, he continued to gaslight him and act like he was the problem. The following week, Warren spoke with Sheriff Noel E. Stevens about his arrest.
Because you said you were going to call me on Monday, and I said a couple days or whatever, Monday, couple days. And I want you to know, Sheriff, and I'm recording this phone conversation for transparency and accountability, please. Is that all right?
I don't have a problem with
Oh, no,
that.
I was just making
I mean, if that's, it's how you do business, then that's how you do business. I'll just back out and let it go.
How I do business? I wanted to know,
Yes, sir.
you said to me you would handle it, and I wanted to know how you was handling it, because I wasn't going forward. I was just getting my people, in ready, because I was charged and had to bail out of jail. You realize that, right?
I understand that, but rightfully so. So I mean, you're not completely innocent in this situation. You both could have handled this situation a whole lot better than how it was handled. And I'm not going to Monday morning quarterback either one of you, but both of you are in the wrong.
So,
and if you want this thing to go its course, we'll let it go its course. All
right. How about this? How about this, Chief? How about this, Chief? And you said you was gonna call me, so you're calling me today to tell me what?
I'm asking you, what do you want done? Do you want me to work on this, or are you going to do it? Are you going to work on it? That's what I'm asking you.
You left me with the impression that you was going to handle this, right? That's what you said to me Sunday morning, correct?
I said, no, give me a couple of days.
Give you a couple of days, all right? Now you got a couple of days. You reviewed the footage, and you're saying you're not going to Monday morning. I just want to know, does my constitutional rights survive in Okeechobee?
Then you just go through your due process, and we'll see where your civil rights go, Warren. That's what you need to do.
No, I'm asking because I was charged. Wait.
I understand completely where you're at.
No. I was charged with obstruction.
Correct.
And you rightfully so.
Rightfully so.
So when you in a traffic stop, when is the traffic stop over?
When the deputy or the officer says that it's over. They're conducting official business. You impeded on their investigation as obstruction and got charged accordingly.
And you believe that's according with Florida statute what?
I do believe that the arrest was valid. Do I believe that the officer was a little froggy to jump, if you will? Absolutely.
Absolutely. No deep.
Let me finish.
Oh,
let me
please.
Let me finish.
Please.
And then do I believe that you interjected in the traffic stop that had nothing to do with you? Absolutely. There's a proper time and a place, Warren, for you to deal with that and ask your questions, rightfully so, for your due process and your constitutional right. When that officer is doing a traffic stop, that is not the time. You're a professional. When you were on the field doing your job, nobody interjected with you in your job. Correct? So there is a right time. If they want to ask you a question, then that's rightfully so.
So your officer,
when that officer is doing the traffic stop, you do not impede on that investigation. Even if they're wrong, you don't question them on the side of the road. That is not the proper time nor the place.
It's pathetic how Sheriff Stevens is ignoring the situation. He's currently serving his third term as sheriff and has been in law enforcement since 1987.
I started with the Okeechobee County Sheriff's Office in November of 1987 and worked my way through the jail, through the road, through the Detective Bureau, and then started in the administrative chairs about 2000 as the road patrol captain. I spent 4 years under Sheriff O.L. Rollerson as the road patrol captain. and then number 2 in command, chief deputy for Sheriff Paul May for 12 years. And now I'm embarking on my third bid for my third term as sheriff of Okeechobee. I'm proud to say that I have 3 division captains, the chief deputy and myself, and between the 5 of us, we have over 150 years of law enforcement experience with the Okeechobee County Sheriff's Office. So I've got a staff that is, knows all what Okeechobee needs. And I've got that knowledge, experience, and I have the team developed to carry on in my absence. So I fundamentally and logically, I am the best candidate to be the sheriff of Okeechobee.
With all of his years in office, it concerns me how many innocent victims he's harassed. These officers have no regard for the law and feel comfortable violating citizen rights.
I got you going 63. It's a 35 through town. All you guys are hauling ass down the road because you got you stand.
Sorry,
you know what y'all are doing.
No,
Yeah,
I
you
didn't
do.
know it was a speed limit.
You got your license?
Her license?
Yeah, her license too. I'm required. Everybody in the
Deputy Kanarek had no right to ID the passenger, and you can tell she always gets away with this. Majority of today's officers don't even know the law they're enforcing.
You know the rule. You know the rule. It's been that way for a long time, but we got to stop this.
Yeah.
Because they stopped teaching civics in high school. They started teaching social studies and geography. Can you name the 48 continental states in Alaska and Hawaii? That don't help you. That doesn't help you. Because them rules wasn't written for me and you, Neely. It wasn't written for me and you to exercise them.
Say that.
Huh. It wasn't written for us to be able to exercise that. And for you to know it, you know, when you just ask, I was just asking for answers. Like, come on, man. Somebody got to lose their job. That's first and foremost, because we can't have this. Somebody got to get demoted, because if you're not even gonna come to the scene and turn your body cam on in the proper manner and conduct a proper investigation, you can't be the road patrol sergeant. Come on, man. And then if you're the lieutenant, you got to come to the scene when the lazy ass road patrol sergeant, who you know lazy, you got to know this. You got to know this. He damn near pulled his gun, pulling up his pants.
Officers know most people aren't educated with the law and take advantage of them. It's important for kids to know their rights, so they can't be violated by dirty cops in the future. You guys let me know how you feel about this in the comments. Do you think Warren deserves $20 million for his illegal arrest? I'm going to keep reporting on this until Warren gets paid. I'm about to play the entire body cam footage so you can review it for yourself. The Okeechobee City Council meeting is Thursday morning, and I will keep you guys updated on what happens. Sheriff Stevens and all officers involved need to be held accountable for their actions. If you enjoy this video, make sure to like and subscribe for me. Also, turn on post notifications so you don't miss any news or updates. I've got daily videos coming every day for you guys. I really appreciate your support to the channel.